back to the Mediocre Alaskan Podcast in this third episode, or this third installment of Blacktail deer hunting in Southeast Alaska. This episode comes from 2019 as well. It's after a successful hunt in which a couple of buddies and I went south of town, anchored up in a little cove, and then went our separate ways, and I ended up coming back with a buck, and I recorded this on the beach once I was back there waiting for my buddies. So enjoy this episode. It's about just kind of a success story of how I put together some of the things that I've been talking about and how it all worked out. Thanks for listening. Make sure you check out the mediocrealaskan.com, and good luck this season.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Mediocre Alaskan bonus podcast. Just did a podcast yesterday after hunting. Now I'm sitting on a beach and I'm watching a boat. We're anchored up, right? And I'm sitting on the beach. My two buddies are out in the woods still. So I'm watching a boat come into this little bay where we are anchored up. Just slowly kind of nosing in. He just dropped off a guy. Just dropped off another hunter. So that boat cannot possibly know how many people are in my hunting party, where we are, because he just sees me. So if he thinks there's one person, then, all right, well, I'm here. Why would I not be going to my boat? Why would I just be sitting here on the beach, on this log here, this really nice log here? It's got a little second log behind it, so it's a nice little backrest where I've been sitting for the last 2 hours. Of all the little coves, all the little bays, all the little everything on this beautiful Sunday, you got to double up on this one? I don't know. At first I thought maybe they were coming in here, get out of the waves. It looks really calm in here, but sometimes you get a very directional wind, and so it kicks things up a little bit. He's got a little bit of a smaller boat. It does have there's a cabin on it, though. It looks like a raider with a top or something like that. I don't know. So, beautiful day, though, looks like. First, I thought maybe, like I said, nosing in to maybe get out of the waves or just check it out. But the boat is in plain sight right in front of me. So he, of course, sees that. So I don't know why you drop your buddy off. How do you know where we are? Well, how does he know that we didn't drop one guy off at that little spot, because it's a little glassy place where you can nose in, drop someone off? How does he know that we didn't drop someone off to hunt that muskeg? That's a pretty good-looking muskeg. How does he know? He just dropped someone off where we could have someone. We don't, but they don't know that. I'm kind of talking about the ethics on the way out, the boat out here. We had every intention, if there was someone already in here, to go somewhere else, because you don't know, right? Well, I'm not going to go. Of all the places, good for this person to get here before me, right? They beat me to it. They beat us to it. They get it. Are they in every spot? No, but, dang it. 4 stinking mallards just landed right in front of me. And I don't have my shotgun. When I went and picked up Dave this morning, I had the shotgun in there. And I said, hey, man, should I bring my shotgun? I was like, no, that's too much. You try to get too much going on, and that's when you don't do anything right. Four ducks. About 15 feet from shore. Yeah, man. No shotgun. Oh, well. I will take what actually happened. And that is I split to the right, and 2 buddies went to the left. And it was really noisy going up this embankment. A lot of that, I don't know what that vegetation is that doesn't lose its leaf. It's just crazy stinking loud. It gets like almost waist high in spots, but usually around shin. So you cannot get through it without making noise. So I get near this lake that has a muskeg. And I'm going I cross a little creek, so now I know I'm in the sound range for anything that's in that muskeg area. And I'm in that edge portion right before it turns into the muskeg. And I'm like, okay, here we go, man. Like, this is like bedding type area. And I've been saying that, and that's been, what I've been trying to do the last weeks and then last year. And stink and come around this little corner, and there's a buck bedded down. and it is almost totally hidden by brush. And so I'm looking at it, and I have nothing. I got nothing to do. And it stands up, and it's even more hidden, and it just kind of turns, and it jogs off. You know, when they bound off, like that's high speed, and this guy just kind of like, I don't know. I'm not really feeling it right now. So he takes off. I'm kind of almost shaking. And so I take my call and I blow 3 times. And like at this point he's gone. I don't see him, but I'm just thinking maybe that would stop him or kind of cease the fleeing. So I marked a spot and I continue forward pretty quietly. And he'd kind of gone up and over this little hill that drops down into the muskeg. So I take a couple of minutes just going real slow and just looking around, and I get to this little top, and I'm looking down, and there he is, man, just standing right on the edge of the muskeg, and I'm standing straight. But once again, I'm just totally exposed, because he'd walked out from the left side a little bit, so I just totally exposed. I had nothing to do, and I don't shoot standing. I don't practice it, and I just don't shoot standing. So to my left, there was a little bit of a tree, just enough. I grabbed onto it and then used that to kind of settle the barrel of my rifle, and I shot a little bit high and spined him, which was too bad. So I went up there quick and finished it off with a second one. So buck time. I just scared those ducks. Dang it. It was dumb. Actually, they just frightened from no, they're taking off. Anyway. Yeah, that's what I do. Anyway, so got the buck, and then got it all processed, and so I was hiking out. I bring my trekking poles even when I'm in muskeg that has terrain, just because, man, you're going down some of those deep notches, or you're coming down one of those really slick embankments, and having that extra point of contact is cool. If that makes me old, then that makes me old. But, man, I will absolutely take trekking poles. I just take them. There were a couple times when I definitely would have fallen down had I not had the trekking poles. And you got that extra weight on your back. Man, you put your joints, you put your stuff in weird spots. I think sometimes I rely on them a little bit too much. But, man, have the trekking poles. It's great. Love having the trekking poles. So got back down here and just waiting on the other two. We said we'd be in contact via VHF radio at noon, 2, and 4. We talked at noon when I was on my way back, and they were still out hunting. And I had thought that they had got one because I heard 2 shots, but I didn't anticipate anybody else being out here because we didn't see any boats on the north side of this cove. There was a boat further to the south, but we went almost directly east into the mountains, or into the mountains, Stinking Inlet here, or peninsula. So I guess going back to the very beginning conversation here, I ended up being close enough to somewhere I heard gunshots, and I thought it was them getting one because it seemed like it was maybe a little bit to the north of me. So I figured that at noon when we talked, they'd be talking about they had got theirs and they were going to head back shortly too. I'd shot mine first and then I heard those 2 gunshots. So I figured they'd be heading back too, but they did not, which means that there's someone else not of our party who is in the vicinity who may have been here before us. So now I'm kind of rethinking the start of this whole podcast, where I'm talking about this guy who just came in here, had to have seen me, definitely saw the boat, dropped off another hunter in the exact cove in which we are currently located. If you go out the cove to the open strait and look south, that is where you'll see the boat that we saw. So they are in a different cove than us.
After years of fine print contracts and getting ripped off by big wireless providers, if we've learned anything, it's that there's always a catch. So when I first heard that Mint Mobile offers premium wireless starting at just $15 a month, I thought, what's the catch? But after talking to them and using their service, it all made sense. There isn't one. Mint Mobile's secret sauce is that they're the first company to sell wireless service online only. They cut out the cost of retail stores and pass those sweet savings directly to you. For anyone who hates their phone bill, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. I was hesitant about having to get a new phone and a new phone number, but with Mint, you can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone and your same phone number along with all of your existing contacts. Mint Mobile gives you the best rate whether you're buying for one or for a family, and at Mint, families start at 2 lines. All plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Switch to Mint Mobile and get premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and to get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/waypoint. That is mintmobile.com/waypoint. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/waypoint.
So, I don't know. Quite the unwritten ethical thing. I know if you're down south, man, you're dealing with people all the time. But it's on the strip was saying that when you're hunting in Washington, if you have 20 feet or 20 yards to yourself, then you're doing pretty well, and that's just madness. So it's just unnerving, man, when you got other people around you. That's why we were hoping nobody was in this cove, otherwise we would have gone somewhere else. Like I said, the other boat we saw was at a cove, at the mouth of a cove that was well south of us. We had to use binos to see it. But I guess there's a long chain of muskegs that I guess you could be a couple miles. But I just, like I said, I went directly east. I did not go south on those muskegs. And, yeah, man, there's people around. There's people around. What do? You go to another spot? Do you just assume someone else is going to be there? Or you just say, oh, well, I know the difference between a deer and a person, so even if we were in the same muskeg, I wouldn't shoot you. Yeah, true. I was up on Dude Mountain a couple years ago, and we went across a little, well, if you haven't been there, you don't know what I'm talking about, but there was another mountain across. You go down Dude Mountain, you cross this nice little flat area, and then this little basin, and then across the other mountain. We're on the other mountain. There's a dude on Dude Mountain who was glassing the mountain over, using his scope. He was pointing his scope right at us. And I had taken my camo off, so I was just I had happened to have black fleece pants and a black shirt on. And so I thought, dude, does this guy think I'm a bear? Like, what the heck? Why is he pointing his rifle at us? And so I took off my shirt, and I had I think it was an orange or some other colored shirt underneath it. And I'm just like, dude, this guy, and he kept looking, man, through his rifle. And I don't know if he doesn't even have, if it's not loaded or if he doesn't even have the bolt in. It doesn't matter. The guy is glassing with his stinking rifle scope, and it's just looking right at me. Again, I could not care if he has anything in there. Well, I actually am glad that he didn't have anything in there, I'm assuming, but I don't know. I never found out. Now, even if later on I found out that, he didn't, it was not only not loaded, but there wasn't even a bolt in it, or it was a 22. It doesn't make me feel much better. The dude's glassing with his stinking rifle, pointing at another human. I've looked up through my rifle at something I thought was a deer. You bring it up, but never a human. Yeah, I don't know. I'm in a stinking good mood, man. I'm in a great mood. Got the buck. After all that complaining I was doing, whining like I'm a victim. Got one. Stoked. So excited. Got more meat for the freezer. And then, yeah. So, it's a great day. Beautiful day. Sunny. Not much wind. Actually, very little wind at all. Just sitting here waiting for my buddies to get back home. Hopefully they get one each. That'd be excellent. Go home with some meat. late October, beautiful. Oh my gosh, there's like 30 ducks or diver ducks or sea ducks, probably sea ducks. I don't know my waterfowl. I do know what a goose looks like, and I'd like to shoot one of those and eat it. Now, I know what mallards look like, and I like to take one of those. But I don't want to get like a whole bunch. I don't want to do like the 15 duck body count or, or 15 diver ducks, whatever it is, and then find out on the first one, like, dude, I really don't like eating this. This is not very good, because then I have a whole bunch of stuff that I don't want to eat. So I just want to get one. Just get one, try it. And I want to enjoy it in like non-popper form. Because if you get cream cheese and you get bacon and you get a jalapeno, like what wouldn't taste good? Right? Give me a tire, part of a tire on there, and that tastes good in popper form. So I want to be able to enjoy. Oh, a whale out there, way out there. You see the little mist from taking a breath. This is crazy, man. Where do I live? Getting all distracted from this podcast because I got ducks in front of me and a whale further out there. This is insane, man. This is great. Anyway, if I don't like the taste of ducks, I don't want to just kill them for the sake of killing them. Yeah, you look cool. You have 50 dead ducks. Well, if you eat them, good, excellent. Tremendous. And if you don't, then what are they doing? So, yeah, we'll see. One day, try it. I heard they're kind of fishy, so I'm not super angry about getting over or getting a duck, a sea duck. But I want to check out a mallard and I want to check out a goose. Like smoked goose sounds good. Yeah, there you go. I'm just gonna keep enjoying it here. I'm filling this beautiful Alaskan inlet with the sound of a human, which is kind of wrong. Yeah. So we're gonna call that, again, I don't know what episode this is, but bonus episode, that's what it is. Bonus episode. Rut deer success for the first time in 2 years.